Fucking hell, nearly just crashed. Turning down invitations from friends or saying no to friends. This is something that gets brought up on the internet a lot, and something I've got a lot of experience with. To the point now where I'm just like, nah, bro, I ain't coming out. So I'm back on my shift on the weekend. This is the second job. So I'm only doing one shift this weekend, this Saturday. My other video I explained about having two jobs in the UK economy and how you kind of need it to get ahead, and how much of a difference it actually does make. Anyway, that's for a different video. But on my way to second job today, and I was in bed last night. One of my friends, old friends, well, he's my friend, but a friend I've had for a while, calls me, and I go out with him regularly. He's like, yo, let's go Leicester, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go like on some nostalgia. And it was really to be fair, we need to go out. It's been calling me for a while now to go out, and so I work so much on the weekends during the week. I turn people down quite often, but I'm about to ease up on the weekend work a bit and give myself a bit more time on the weekend to do other things. So I told him we need to plan for things, but he calls me impromptu off the cuff, and he's like, yeah, let's go do this, let's go drinking, and let's go, like, you know what I mean, typical kind of like typical stuff to do with your boys kind of thing. And this friend, he's not a bad influence, but it's just he's very persuasive, and I've been able to say no to him. But this is for people who are kind of on their grind, locking in. If it's you're studying, if you're working two jobs, if you're trying to drink alcohol, drugs, whatever it might be, being able to say no to people who obviously put you in those environments again is obviously paramount. It was just a funny last night, because he always calls me, he's always asked me to go out, but it just reminds me of how long I've actually been saying no to people for, and I've been doing it for many years now. And there are times where I kind of not really slip up, but there'll be times maybe I'll be stressed, and you know, someone will call me to go out, and I go out. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's times when you've got to be able to say no to certain things when you know that, you know, you've got a goal you're trying to push towards, and you've got to stay focused, because stuff for me, stuff like alcohol can really sidetrack me. And for a while it didn't really make sense to me. Every time I drank alcohol, how all my bad habits would come back, and it would throw me off studying or whatever it was I was trying to do. But after watching the Andrew Huberman podcast, is that when you drink alcohol, it actually reinforces old habits, a part of your brain that kind of processes your habitual kind of routine. It reinforces it, regardless of if it's a good habit or a bad habit, and it makes it makes it harder for your brain to create new connections, to create new habits. So what I didn't realize, and I think this is really, really quite groundbreaking, is if you've got bad habits and there's things you want to break out of, alcohol is not your friend. It's not gonna allow you to obviously make those new habits and kind of break out of that condition. Anyway, moving away from friends with bad habits, I think it's just stuff. It just happens as you get older. I think you get you'll get the group of friends who kind of like continue to do the same things over and over again, and then you maybe get people who want to kind of push forward and change themselves, change their lives, and do other things. And it's really about which one of those groups you want to be in, and what habits and what kind of life you want to live. But saying no to people is obviously a big one. Distancing yourself from people who are obviously bad influences. And this is an interesting one, because when I was young, I just completely cut off quite a few friends, and a lot of people on the net be like, well, you shouldn't cut your friends off, you should distance yourself. But my cut-offs were usually where people would disrespect me, and there was kind of no way back from it. So you've got to really kind of gauge it yourself. But the main point is really, if you're determined and you're on a mission, say no to those things, because really any type of distraction will set you off your stride, kind of thing. And yeah, so just on your journey to kind of whatever goal you're trying to pursue, just keep that in mind. Obviously, I've got work today. I was like, nah, I got work. Oh, he's like, yeah, let's go here, let's go there. I'm like, nah, I got work. So I'll get you a taxi if you need to leave early. I'm like, nah, bro, I've been there. I ain't getting a taxi. I'm gonna end up staying out drinking with you, go to work hungover the next day. It's not the one. So yeah, just keep that in mind. For me now, it's not hard to say no to people because I work every weekend, and it's now just normal. But I would say yeah, just keep an eye out for yourself, and make sure you stay on top of your routine, and don't let people